You might have seen pictures of Aljona already here on my channel. I was invited to take pictures at her birthday party, and I was very happy because I could try out the BrightinStar 50mm f1.4. Hi guys, Dirk here, thanks so much for tuning in. And yes, today we're going to talk about the BrightinStar 50mm f1.4 APS-C autofocus lens attached to an APS-C camera times 1.5. This is the equivalent of 75mm, so it's a really great focal length for portraits. First, I only took pictures before I started taking videos as well. In every mode, photo and video, the autofocus was perfect, although I have to say in video mode it is a little bit slower. Now, you can take this as a plus or as a negative. I found the way the lens slowly zoomed in onto the focus and nailed the focus felt very natural, felt very nice, but it is not as snappy as other lenses. So if you're looking for something that goes zoom, zoom, that's not the one. But it has a natural, smooth focus and it resembles really the focus of a filmmaker. I also tested the focus in video mode on my cat Kiwi and no problems here. So this lens focuses really, really well. In photo mode it was just fantastic. The minimum focusing distance is 50 centimeters. It's 1.64 feet. So you can get close enough, but not super close. It's not a macro lens, but it's close enough for really nice portrait images. And I was able to capture the mood, the atmosphere of the party, which I think is the most important. So this could be a perfect lens for wedding photographers, for event photographers, for portrait shooters, for street photographers. I think it is a very versatile lens. The sharpness wowed me. Already wide open at f1.4, we have an amazing center sharpness, and even the corners don't look really bad. Of course, we have to stop it down to f4 for the corners to be completely nice, and the same goes pretty much also for the vignetting. We have a vignetting as to be expected, and when we stop it down after f4, the vignetting is gone. It's also nice to see that the distortions of this lens are really minimal, so we don't have to correct it in post-production. We can use the images as they are. There are special coatings on these lenses, anti-fouling, and also to deal with low light better. And overall, I have to say, the image quality is just so good. I think this might be one of my favorite 50mm lenses for APS-C cameras. The out-of-focus images are smooth and creamy with a beautiful bokeh. As you can see, the bokeh balls are also pretty nice. We had a little bit of an overcast at this birthday party, so the intention was initially to go to the beach. But it was pretty windy and sometimes also rainy, and we had to have the party inside. When Aljona told me about this, I was not concerned at all, because with an f1.4 I knew that there was an amazing low-light performance. What I didn't know at the time is how good of a low-light performance we had. And here you can see that even when taking pictures against strong backlight, the high contrast areas that were out of focus had only little chromatic aberrations. This was a very pleasant surprise. Like I said, the focus was a bit more slower, zooming in and out to get to the focus point. It felt natural, it felt nice, but there was no focus hunting by any means. It nailed the focus every time I gave it enough time. And the transition from one focus spot to the other was very smooth. And yes, we had a little bit of focus breathing, but it's not severe. So are there any negatives that I can say about this lens? Well, it suffers from longitudinal aberrations, like the majority of lenses in this price point. But it is not such a big deal, so that I still can highly recommend the BrightinStar 50mm f1.4 for everyone who needs a great 50mm on their APS-C cameras. Size and weight. So the size is very compact, I like it, but it's not a lightweight. This is a full metal body, it's a full metal construction. And we have 12 elements in 8 groups. The front filter size is 58mm. And it weighs 450 grams, so it's not a lightweight. It comes with a lens hood. And although it is a heavy lens, it is still relatively compact. Despite the weight, it is well balanced, so it feels okay when you have it on your camera body and when you're going out to take pictures or even shoot videos. The lens has nothing else but a very smooth going focus ring. There's no aperture ring, there are no focus hold buttons, but that's perfectly fine. The focus ring is really nice, smooth, and everything has a premium feel. Except for the lens hood that is made of plastic, but hey, again, keep the price in mind, right? You know, sometimes when you unbox a lens or when you have a lens in your hand, it can really inspire you to go out, to take photos, to create art, to capture something. And I have to admit, when I unboxed the BrightinStar 50mm f1.4, it was exactly this feeling. It is so beautiful. It's so well built. It looks so fantastic. So I'm in love. I'm very happy with this lens, and the image quality coming from it is much better than I expected it to be. So it definitely comes highly recommended. Thanks so much for watching this video. Thanks for being here. Till the next time, stay safe, stay tuned, and take care. Bye for now.